Hey guys, what's going on? Jebb here, and today I'm going to be talking about the so-called death cross that a lot of people have been dreading on the Bitcoin chart over the last little while. I've gotten a lot of questions about this as well. I've seen a lot of discussion about it in my comment section and in the Discord server. Shout out to anyone who's in the Discord. You can join at the link in the description down below. But I've also seen a lot of articles talking about this death cross, and I think a lot of people are blowing it a little bit out of proportion, but nevertheless I'm going to be talking about it today, talking about what it is, in case you don't know. And I'm also going to be talking about what I think it actually means and what my take on it is. And I'm also going to be talking about the long-term outlook for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, that long-term meaning about 6 months to a year from now. We're going to be talking about all of that and more, but if you enjoy the video, you should definitely think about leaving a like and subscribing, because I make cryptocurrency videos every single day. And I also have a surprise for you at the end of the video, so make sure you watch to the end. Anyway, guys, let's get started here. Bitcoin is currently trading around $8,600. I'm going to get to the death cross thing here in just a second, but let's do a little bit of a market update since we're here. Bitcoin, in the last couple of days, it ran up here. It got resistance here at the 200-day moving average. I shouldn't have shown you this. Spoiler alert. That's what we're talking about, this little cross right here. But we did see a little bit of a retracement over the last 24 to 48 hours. As I was talking about, I had a feeling this was a bull trap because we had a lot of resistance in between 9,300 and 9,500. I'll probably touch on that later on in the video also. But I want to talk about this death cross, so let's just jump right into that. Let's go over here to this article on CoinDesk that was released a couple days ago. I think this was released yesterday, actually. Yes, it was. This is by Omkar Godbol. I probably butchered that. I'm sorry, Omkar. You can yell at me in the comment section. Anyway, this article is titled Bitcoin Returns Above 9K, but Death Cross is Still a Risk, and we're going to be talking about that on the chart here in just a second. But let's read the first couple of sentences here. Bitcoin's 3-day winning streak is encouraging for the bulls, but only a quick move above 10,500 would negate the risks of the so-called death cross. Having bottomed out at 7,300 on Sunday, prices on CoinDesk's BPI rose to $9,127 today, the highest level since March 14th. We scroll down here a little bit, we can see where he says, to start with, the cryptocurrency is still on a downtrend, as it indicates by the trend line sloping downwards from December 17th and January 6th. The December 17th and January 6th high is still intact. He's talking about this one right here. I've shown you guys this on the chart before. I'll show you right now, since a lot of people still don't know about this. Let's get this out of the way for just a second. On the linear chart, on the auto chart, we have this long-term downtrend, which is a very big deal. I talk about this on pretty much every single video. But if we come here to the log scale, and we actually redraw that, then we're still under that downtrend because we have 3 touches right here, here, and here. So that's the downtrend he's talking about. That's an important downtrend to watch out for, so you should probably put that on your chart. That's a little bit of a tangent. Let's continue. And furthermore, the imminent, scary-sounding death cross when the 50-day moving average will cut the 200-day moving average from above could throw a spanner in the works. So that's what we're talking about here today. This will be linked in the description down below if you are interested in reading the remainder of this article. But let's get right into it. Let's go back to the auto scale, because I'm not really a fan of showing you guys the log scale, because a lot of you guys are more familiar with the linear scale. So in my opinion, it's actually more powerful because more people actually use it. A lot of times, this is a bit of a tangent, but a lot of times technical indicators are more powerful based on how many people use them. Keep that in mind. That's really important for trading. If no one uses a technical indicator, there's a bias that it's not going to be as powerful as one that everyone uses, like Fibonacci retracement or just straight up RSI or something like that. Anyway, tangent averted. Let's talk about this death cross. This line right here, this moving average rather, is the 50-day moving average. This one down here is the 200-day moving average. A death cross is when a 50-day, when a short-term moving average crosses a long-term moving average from the top, cutting down below it. As you can see, it looks like we're about to see that happen. The 50-day is about to cut here below the 200-day. That is the exact opposite of a golden cross, which would be a long-term moving average cutting below a short-term moving average, or a short-term moving average coming up and going upwards through a long-term moving average. You can think about that in 2 different ways. But this is a death cross that we're about to see here. If we were to manage to get above these levels of resistance here, right here around 9,300, 9,500, as you can see, we have a lot here. I'll just go ahead and show you what the levels of resistance are here. But before I say that, if we were able to get above these levels of resistance I was about to show you, this probably wouldn't happen. But since it looks like what I was talking about in the other video about this being a bear trap is true, a bull trap rather, is true, then we're probably going to see this death cross. And the reason that I say we're probably going to see it is because there's a lot of resistance right here that it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get through. We have the shoulder of the double top here. We have this level of support, this level of resistance right here, rather. We have a lot of movement right here. We have a lot of support right here from the middle of the double top. Let's get Fibonacci up, I'll show you that one right now. We also have Fibonacci right here having the 50% retracement from this low all the way back up to this high. 50% is hanging out right around 90%. If we go out to the long-term downtrend, we also have the 23.6 level of resistance right here. If you don't know how Fibonacci works, you should definitely look into it. I'll probably be making a video on the channel about it in the near-term future, so definitely subscribe and stay on the lookout for that. But it's a pretty simple method. You just have to drag it from a top to a bottom, and then the levels are levels of support and resistance. That's basically all you need to know. You don't need to know how the numbers are actually calculated, although it is fascinating. You should look that up. Anyway, I am off on a massive tangent. This would be the death cross that we're talking about, this 50-day crossing the 200-day. I've already said that. So what are the implications of that happening? Well, before we talk about what's happening now, let's go back and talk about the bear market of 2014 that a lot of people relate what's going on in cryptocurrency to right now. A lot of people relate the bear market of 2018 that we're in right now to the bear market of early 2014, which was this. As we can see, we had a massive run up all the way up here in late 2013. All the way up, we 12x'd in literally about a month and a half. We were sitting down here trading around $100 to $120 back here at late 2013, and by mid-December, or actually early December, we were all the way up to $1,200. That was one of the greatest runs in major cryptocurrencies history. There are a lot of altcoins that have little pump and dumps much bigger than that, but that's one of the biggest runs that we've seen in a major cryptocurrency really ever. I mean, it's most certainly the biggest, fastest run in Bitcoin that we've ever seen. Maybe not necessarily percentage-wise, but as far as the actual run itself, that is a pretty dang big run. But the reason that a lot of people relate the market that we're going into now to this is because there was a death cross here that kind of signaled the beginning of the bear market of 2014 and 2015. And I don't necessarily think we're going to see a long-term bear market, but it is definitely something to take into consideration, because as you can see, if we zoom out here, this little run-up right here is starting to kind of look just as parabolic as this run-up right here. Now, granted, it didn't run up just as quickly, but we've seen really crazy gains in the last about a year and a half, really, in cryptocurrency. Ever since this bull market that we've been in, up until the end of 2017, we started this at like $200 down here. After this pullback, we started $200. We ran up to $20,000. That is a big, big percentage gain in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And the fact of the matter is, I just don't personally think that there's enough adoption to warrant a $20,000 Bitcoin. I'm not even sure if there's enough adoption to warrant an $8,500 Bitcoin. Now, that's not to say that I don't believe in the technology long-term. I just don't know if it's there yet. So, if we are going to go into a long-term bear market here, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I am saying that it might happen. I don't think Bitcoin is going to go into a bear market as long as we saw in 2014 and into 2015, but I could definitely see us staying below all-time high for another several months, guys. I really could. You know, if you asked me that a month ago, I wouldn't have said that, but we needed to break this level of resistance up here. We didn't need to make this double top. That was really, in hindsight, kind of the nail in the coffin here. We do have one thing going for us, and that's that we're finally getting out of this trading channel that we've been in. And like I've said in videos before, anything above this I consider bullish. Anything below this line I consider bearish. But if we go on the log scale, we're still below that other one that I showed you just a second ago. There's a lot of resistance above Bitcoin, guys. You got to realize that. There's a lot of support also, which is kind of what's making us just trade sideways over the last month and a half. But I'm not an oracle. Time's going to tell what's going to happen. But guys, I just want you guys to remember that no matter what happens, we're here for the technology. We're here for the long run. And no matter what place you buy Bitcoin, it doesn't matter. Because what you need to be doing when you're investing in cryptocurrencies is not buying and holding for 2 months. Not buying and holding for 6 months. You want to buy and hold until you need the money because you're retired. That's when you need to be actually selling the cryptocurrencies. Find a couple of cryptocurrencies. Actually, find a lot of cryptocurrencies, actually. And diversify your portfolio into a lot of cryptocurrencies that you think will be around in 10 or 15 years. Buy them, because if they're going to last that long, they're going to go to the absolute moon. Because if they don't, then they're probably going to die. A lot of the cryptocurrencies that aren't going to be around that long, or rather, a lot of the cryptocurrencies that are going to be around that long, I should say, they're going to have to actually achieve what they're out to achieve. And if they're going to achieve what they're out to achieve, you're going to see incredible gains, because a lot of the coins here on CoinMarketCap have not even come close to their full potential. So keep that in mind, guys. This is a long game. People treat cryptocurrency as a short game of trading. You throw $10 in, then you're a millionaire next month. That's not the way markets work. That age of cryptocurrency, unless you're really smart and you get into the right altcoins, is basically gone. Now, That's actually a bit of a misconception. I shouldn't have said that, because that was never how cryptocurrency was. Because the people that really made a lot of money in cryptocurrency are the people that bought and they held for years and years and years and had iron hands and didn't sell when cryptocurrency retraced to 1/6 of its all-time high. And if Bitcoin does the same, then you got to keep in mind that you only lose money when you sell. Keep that in mind, guys, and you'll make a lot of money. This death cross doesn't matter, because we're here for the long game. I think I've shown you this before. I'll show you this real quick, and then we're going to wrap up the video. I want to show you this because a lot of new people are watching my videos that have not seen my videos before, so I like showing as many people as I can this little shtick. Let's come out here to the week chart. You'll see what I'm doing in just a second if you haven't seen me do this before. This line right here, this horizontal line, vertical line rather, I'm an idiot. This vertical line right here represents 2040. This horizontal line right here represents $1 million for Bitcoin. And here is the entire history of cryptocurrency. Now, if you've watched a couple of my videos recently, you probably noticed that I've talked about this a lot, and that's because I want you all to see it. Cryptocurrency has a very long way to go. The human life expectancy in America is 76.3 years. Don't ask me why I remembered that fact, but it's true. And a lot of you are probably nowhere near that. I know the median age of my audience, and it's right around it. Most of you are in your 20s or early 30s. A lot of you guys have decades and decades and decades that you actually can hold cryptocurrencies. So treat it. Treat your investments like that. If you can make a lot of money in a short-term investment, you can make a whole lot of money in a long-term investment. Just keep your wits about you and you'll be fine. But anyway, guys, I did say I was going to give you a bit of a treat at the end of the video, so this is going to be embarrassing. A lot of you guys, well, not a lot of you guys, a couple of you guys in the comment section of the last video, or not in the comment section, I'm sorry, in the Discord server, that you guys requested that I sing you a song. Oh, well, you know, I do play violin and piano. I've never told the channel that, so I am somewhat musically inclined. But guys, I am not by any means a very good singer, but I'll give it a shot, okay? Just don't make fun of me, alright? Okay, here it goes. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you.